Coming up on Action News, we're going to be taking a field trip to the National Zoo in Washington, D.C. and discussing animals in their variety. We will be hearing from local wildlife experts in the field. All that and more coming up on Action News.
Let's get serious up in here. Okay.
Welcome to another installment of Action News. My name is Tanner Brady.
Bienvenidos. My name is Javier Andels Casanova.
And just to get us started, let us turn again to our friend the Onion for today's daily news.
Our one and only trustworthy news source.
Of course.
To begin,
well, let's start with the Trump trial in New York. We have the latest development, exclusive development from the Onion, that Trump has draped the jacket over his head so nobody can tell he's sleeping in court. Says Mr. Trump himself, "It's the perfect plan. People will assume I went under the jacket just to think a little bit more about my case." Trump also was, at the time, unaware that the legal proceedings had ground to a halt as everyone in the courtroom had stopped to stare at his concealed form. "I can get some shut-eye, or even just play around on my phone, and they'll be none the wiser. If they ask what I'm doing under there, I'll just say, 'I'm listening.' Finally, time to get some rest." At press time, sources had confirmed Trump was peeking out from under the jacket to see why everyone had gotten so quiet.
Plan that truly was fumbled horribly. Moving on to Chicago, another city, we have the latest news about their police spending. We've been informed that as of Tuesday, as of 5:30 a.m. in the morning, the police department defends decisions to buy an entire fleet of 1967 Ferraris.
The best investment the department can ever
make. We have a quote
make.
from the chief of police saying, quote, "We will use these babies to keep the community safe, and we will look badass while doing so." And of course, to continue to stop Superintendent Larry Snelling, also facing criticism for spending nearly one-third of the $2 billion budget, buying the 300 1967 Ferrari 275 GTB 4Ss, he says, quote, "To those who accuse us of spending extravagantly, I say to you, 300 horsepower, V12 engine. There's nothing wasteful about one of the most gorgeous vehicles of all time." Truly, an excellent amount of spending. I do believe more police officers and police departments should spend more money on cooler cars.
Indeed. And now, one last thing. You may have been hearing about the war in Israel. The Onion has wanted us to explain to our viewers that they do stand with Israel, because it seems like they get in less trouble for that.
Most likely that is true, yes.
And now, on to the main segment. And we are back. We never were not back.
We're moving on to the main important parts, Tanner. That's what's happening.
That's what's happening right now.
Today we are going to be receiving live footage and interviews with the animals at the zoo with local wildlife expert Javier Andels Casanova. Unrelated to me.
We're going out into the public. It's scary. So
we have to ride a train. I'm scared.
You will see footage of said adventure and in just a few minutes. But first, let us just explain about our mission.
Our mission here is to free the chimpanzees.
Besides that,
besides that. Don't tell anyone that, by the way. That's
confidential information.
All right, you signed an NDA by watching this video.
Exactly. All right, so without further ado, let us take it to the correspondents that are totally not ourselves out in the field.
Let's go to the field. This is Greenbelt Metro Station. Here we have the metro station of Greenbelt, near Goddard, near NASA. Steal information for space, of course. Back there you can see the local Greenbelt geese. That's the unofficial mascot of the Greenbelt station. We have a person here to interview. His name is Paul.
Sup?
He says sup, of course. It's so chill. So Paul, tell us some fun facts about the Greenbelt metro station.
It's in Greenbelt.
Right, what else?
It's in Maryland.
These facts are intense. I would have never known this if I never came here and asked him specifically, the local Greenbelt expert. This is in the field news reporter, me, welcome to Greenbelt. This is the metro elevator. It's small, cramped, and smells like urine. So here we have the anatomy of a zebra. As you know, there are 3 different kinds. There's grevy, right? There's plain zebra, and then there's the mountain zebra. The most normal kind we see, like the one in Madagascar, the greatest animal movie of all time, is the grevy zebra, also known as Marty the zebra. Now, as you can see here, they just look like horses with stripes. But the real question is, are they black and white? Or are they white and black? Let's find out right now. There should be a zebra in this enclosure somewhere. And hopefully, nobody saw him.
Oh man, came out here for nothing. We gotta go home now.
Yep. All right. Time to leave. Back to the studio. Here we also have the ostrich, another African savanna animal, of course. That is one of the largest land birds, one of the largest birds in general as well. Can run up to something kilometers an hour, like 40, I think. It's a pretty big bird. Flightless, of course, related to emus, cassowaries. That's about it, really. Really just a dinosaur with feathers, but like in the modern times. And the whole digging their head, fun facts, right? Whole digging their head in the sand thing when scared, not true. Not true. It's all a lie. Propaganda. Propaganda by Big Eagle, okay? Here we have the Adex, a animal similar to an antelope, as you can see there by the horns, though different. You can also see the ostrich in the background harassing the fence like normal. Adexes live a lot in the desert areas, the more deserty savanna areas of Africa, northern Africa to be more exact. And they just look like antelopes, if we're being honest. You could see by the horns that they're very similar to other types of antelope, and that's the Adex right there. Here we have the American bison, found in the Midwest, Great Plains region. Very large animals, can and will knock you down. Not to be confused with buffalo. Buffalo and bison are completely different animals, so calling it an American buffalo is just wrong. That's it. Yeah. You know, when you gotta scratch your back, you gotta scratch your back. It's an African elephant, one of the largest elephants and land mammals found in Africa. There are 3 kinds: mountains, the normal one, right, the plains one, and then desert. Or jungle instead of mountain. That's my bad. It's a big elephant. No tusk, though. Here we have the greater rhea. As you can see here, it's from South America, related to the ostrich, of course. The rhea and the emu, unlike the ostrich, all have 3 toes instead of 2, and their eggs are around the same. Small bird.
The scarlet ibis, renowned for its vibrant plumage, thrives in the lush, secluded habitat of the llanos in Venezuela and eastern Colombia. It lives along its relative, the bare-faced ibis. Primarily found in South America, it has been seen in Belize, Ecuador, Panama, and even the United States. The Kori bustard, Africa's largest flying bird, belongs to the bustard family and is renowned for its impressive size and ground-dwelling habits. Males weigh more than twice of those females, and they engage in polygamous breeding behavior, contributing little to the upbringing of their offspring. They nest in shallow, hollow holes in the ground, often concealed by vegetation, and they are opportunistic omnivores. There are 2 subspecies that variate in distribution and plumage patterns. The cryptic coloring, predominantly gray and brown, with intricate black and white patterns, aid in camouflage with their habitat. Here we have the American flamingo. Known for its violent tendencies on human beings, these are dangerous, hardened criminals. Most are unaware, but any flamingos seen in zoos have been known for the murder of people and framing of fellow inmates. People have been wrongfully accused for their crimes, and now these flamingos have been caught and will pay.
So here we got the Przewski horse. They're like the only like horse breed that's not domesticated and stuff. I know a horse is kind of like them, except it's like from Norway, and they're like pretty much the same physically, but they're like very tame, except when you give them food and they become kind of crazy. But yeah, Przewski horse.
Naked mole rats are remarkable subterranean mammals native to East Africa. They defy the typical traits we give to mammals, living hairless, wrinkled, large teeth in underground societies like insects. Despite their lack of fur, these mole rats, with their burrowing systems, allow them to maintain a stable body temperature. This allows them as well to be resilient to hypoxia and cancer. Their structures are similar to those of ants and bees, where they have a queen for breeding, and everyone else is given specific tasks that they must perform. They are the only few mammals to exhibit biparental care, with both males and females involved in caring for offspring. These particular rodents offer insights into diverse topics such as social behavior, longevity, and resistance to age-related diseases. This is why these mole rats are such interesting little creatures.
Okay, so here we have gray seals. Now, gray seals, like sea lions, are mammals, of course. And the main difference that a lot of people, could use sometimes to figure out the difference is the nose. Right? Sea lions have a really long, thick head, pretty ugly looking too, and a big old schnoz and no ears. While sea lions have ears and a more, normal, cuter, I guess, looking face compared to these big old schnoz things. So seals just kind of scream sometimes. Here's some footage of a seal screaming at the...
Yeah.
You're welcome.
That they can swim, and mammals. Rest of the point's gone because they look nasty. I mean, look at them.
You don't like seals? I like
They
seals.
look gross. Have you seen their face? They look like...
That's the best part.
The
Doberman?
No. There's like this weird I don't even know where it's
Why does
from.
this guy just keep yawning?
Cause he's tired, dude. There's this really weird dog with a long nose. I'll pull up a picture. Pull up a picture here.
Here, read it. Here's the picture.
Here's the picture of the stupid dog. It looks the exact same, just not as fat.
Look at this guy.
I mean that seems like they're having a wonderful time. I kind of wish I was in the water right now, but
Seals are nice.
sea lions are
think-
better.
I think they had a design flaw. Like they can't move around on land at all. They have to fly,
That's true.
which is the best part.
Let's see if we can find the sea lions next. Here we have the California sea lions. As you can tell, compared to the seals, they have a more compact face with ears. Sea lions can be found in a lot of places similar to seals, especially in California, which are these specific types of sea lions. There's different types, stellar sea lion, but this is the California sea lion, found off the coast of California, depending on where you go, especially San Diego or the Coastal Highway or San Francisco. Right? You can see them hanging around in groups. They smell bad sometimes, but honestly, it's cool.
It's a nice trade-off.
This is compared to a sea lion. This is a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 on the animals.
Compared to a seal?
Yes, compared to a sea lion, 10 out of 10. Compared to a seal, 100 out of 10. Okay,
Nice.
and it's exponential, probably. I don't know. Sea
We
lions.
don't do math.
We stopped doing that. That's true. Good rocks. Oh, there we go. And he's back again. Olympic swimmer here.
What was that, right?
As you can see there, that is the Andean bear,
found in, of course, the Andes Mountains. That's pretty straightforward.
Last time we were here, they were fighting each other.
This is true. They're pretending to be peaceful now, but the moment everyone leaves, they're going to begin to start fighting each other like two boxers. Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, all that. They're going to be two boxers in their prime, not trying to kill each other, but knowing that if the first one to land it, the hardest hit will die. They got pretty close to the edge, too. It's kind of like watching like an action movie, kind of like The Lion King. So,
Great action movie, Lion King.
Yep. Great action movie, Lion King. They're faking their love, but they hate each other violently, ruthlessly, really. Fight. Freedom love. Who's your money on? There's a third one in the back, just not caring.
He's not feeling it.
Man.
My money's on the one that's on top of the other guy.
What? Oh, you see what I'm talking about? He's running away.
All right, so here we have the fourth generation Camaro. These were built by Chevy from I think it was 1993 to 2002. Yeah, they're pretty cool. The later ones came with an LS1 engine, but yeah, now they're all kind of bad because like boomers bought them and like broke them and stuff. Yeah, fourth gen Camaro.
Here again we have the scarlet ibis in a more natural habitat for themselves in the Amazon rainforest. Humid here, but I think these birds prefer it. As you can see here, they are chained up because they are hardened criminals like the flamingos. And just like the flamingos, they are weird colors for no reason. This is very interesting to see. Guinea pigs taste good. Yeah.
Here we have two male African lions. Though they are not the biggest of all the big cats, they are still known as the king of the jungle and the savannah, as they are truly remarkable animals that you do not want to mess with out in the wild. Here we have Godzilla. He has just recently destroyed half of Japan and Tokyo and San Francisco. And here we have Michelangelo, one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He is the most social of the turtles, and will in fact try to high-five you after saying, "Cowabunga, dudes." A sick rad fellow he is, indeed.
It'd be annoying to be a
We got
tortoise.
one in the back, we got one in the back. We got a race, we got a drag race.
We got a drag race.
We got a quarter-mile race. Wow, it's absolutely getting smoked.
Oh, I wonder.
Absolutely.
He's got motivation.
No!
He swallows up, putting his head back.
It's all race, we know which
Here we have a Galapagos tortoise. These tortoises were going to be extinct out in the wild in their native lands. But, however, through the help of one tortoise named Diego, who was single-handedly able to reproduce enough, they have been brought back to a level of just being simply endangered and not extinct. Monkeys.
In conclusion, right, studio dwellers, the zoo is filled with animals. A lot of them kind of bummy, a lot of them pretty cool, and some of them just don't show up half the time. That's this result for this in the zoo. Take it back to the studio.
I'm here too.
Shut up, Tanner.
Huffy. Thank you, ourselves from the future. Totally not ourselves from the future.
Definitely not.
All right, coming up after this commercial break, we're going to have a quick weather forecast, so stay tuned.
Right, so this is my new book about how to survive by this guy. One time, I was in a car crash and I lost my arm and both my eyeballs. So you have to take it from me that I really know what I'm doing, all right? That's the camera, right? I can't see.
Yes, yeah, it is.
Okay, and then one time I was in a nuclear explosion. I don't know how it happened, but I barely survived that too. So I write down all this stuff in the book. So if you ever find yourself in a nuclear explosion, you'll know what to do. So buy this book. It's great.
How much is the book?
$25,000. But that's for the unsigned copy. The signed copies can be an additional $25,000. It's so good, right?
Call now.
Call now. 1-800-BOOKS. Welcome to today's weather report. First thing we shall do, as always, is we're going to take a look outside to see what the weather's like, because I have no idea. That meteorology degree really came in handy. Dramatic exit. Oh my goodness gracious, it's a little wet out there. I guess I have to step out there, don't I? I don't have my umbrella with me, so I'm a little uncomfortable. But it's a little rainy out, a little drizzly, also a little chilly, unseasonably for this time of year. Okay, let's go back inside before I melt.
Let me open up
found the weather app.
my weather app. Yep. Let us tell you what the. Before I start, full disclosure, our studio kind of flooded last night due to a torrential downpour coming from the Amazon River. Apparently, it flooded all the way up here, and our screen is a little cracked, but don't worry about that. It should be fine. We have the greatest IT team in this here and at this TV station. Okay, let's get to your forecast. Today, Friday, has a 100% chance of rain. So hopefully you see it's raining outside. If not, we're in trouble. Tomorrow, Saturday, is going to be partly cloudy, high of 64 degrees. Sunday, unfortunately, some more rain, but only a 55% chance. So there's a 55% chance or a 45% chance you won't see rain. How about that? High of 62. Monday is going to be a little bit of a partly cloudy with a high of nice 74. And then looking ahead to Tuesday, we got some 40% chance of rain with a high of 70. And don't worry about this. That is your weather report here on Action News.
There you go. I fixed it.
Alrighty, that is it.
Goodbye.
That's it. All right. We're good. This is a short one today. Short one. Prayer hands. Prayer
It's
hands.
not short. We haven't put it in our last thing.
Prayer hands. What do you mean? This is the last thing.
Oh, that's right.
He's a fool.
What? I stepped away for 5 seconds and our big screen is gone. Our studio's falling apart. I'll have to get back to you on that one.